Right, welcome back. This is a 2025 VW T7 multivan that has come to us for Audison speaker upgrade, an Alpine active subwoofer, and a Thinkware Q850 to keep it safe on the road. Let's check it all out. Right then, new T7, the multivan. The only thing, I haven't worked on one of these yet, this is the first one. The only experience we've sort of had of the whole new T7 thing is the transit video that you may or may not have seen yet, because there's that whole collaboration thing between VW and Ford with the new Transit and T7. But as it would appear, when this turned up, I was expecting it to look like the Transit and be all very similar, but it's not. So the multivan is clearly its own, whole complete own van, basically. It would appear the T7 commercial kind of panel van is probably what's the shared, the shared platform between the Transit and VW and stuff like that. So this is very different beast entirely in terms of where everything is. So for those who want to know, if you do need to know, your vehicle battery, for instance, is now located under the carpet, just in front of the passenger seat there. So that's where that is. If you ever have any problems with your battery, then you're gonna have to take your seat out to then lift the carpet, get to that. So that was a fun thing for us to work out, find and negotiate around. Other things that are different that you'll notice, that VW have now gone away from the original large seat base. We've only got this little seat base just here. So, from T5.1, T6, T6.1, where we had big cavernous seat base to play with. We could fit lots of stuff in there. You could have a sub in there and an amp in there. You could have all your heaters and all that sort of jazz. That's all now changed. You now have a very slim space, which you'll see that we've only just managed to get a PWE-S8 active sub into. So that's obviously the little slim, full metal cased sub that's active. So it's got a built-in amplifier. It's running off the high level in straight from the head unit, which incidentally, the drive that it's now running from is down in that bottom corner there. So it's been a very exploratory job, this van. We've learned a lot about it, made lots of notes as well. So yes, as I was saying, seat base is now tiny, not a lot of space under there at all. So really, if you're wanting a sub in here and you want it to be tucked away, the PWE is your only option. Good thing is, it's a cracking sub and it does a really good job and plays really nicely. Good solid sound, not overly boomy, just real nice and tight and controlled. And then because this is running off the factory head unit, obviously, we don't have any built-in sub control. So the little sub control is just mounted just above the handbrake button in the middle there, just by a little pocket. So nice and neat. It's out of the way, but also easily accessible as well. To go along with that, obviously we've been working with the new layout of the doors, new layout of the door cards and everything. And the nice thing about the new T7 multivan is that it's actually three-way component ready. So we've got the third grille just here that you could have a little 3-inch mid mounted into. Obviously, if you were going to be running three ways, ideally you could do with an amplifier to give them an extra bit of oomph, because the factory head unit still just isn't going to be kicking out major power. You can tell that because obviously we're back with the standard speakers. The driver on it looks a smidge, the motor looks a smidge bigger maybe than the old ones, but still, it's it's stock transport speakers. So you're still not going to be having loads of power coming through. So you can't expect too much from it. But we've upgraded those with the Audison APK-165s. So a 16 centimetre mid base down in factory location with new adapters and the water guards, and then the tweeters, the 1-inch tweeters up in the A-pillars. So again, different to the Transit and commercial T7 where they're in the dash. These are over in the forward section of that split A-pillar. So, you know, we've removed the factory tweeters, adapted all that little casing slightly, and then fitted them in there for a nice factory fit. And then obviously, as with all of our audio upgrades, if you're having new speakers, you have to have sound deadening or sound treatment of some sort. So stage 1 has been done on that main regulator area to firm up all of that area, firm up where the speaker is sitting. And then this customer didn't want to have stage 2, which is the outer setup. They weren't fussed about that, that's fair enough. But they did go for stage 3, which is the soft wave on the back of the door card. So that's still going to take up all those little gaps, make the door card a bit more solid in terms of clicking back on into place. And it's also going to catch all those kind of sound waves and noises that are going on inside the door. So it's going to make a big difference. And you can always already tell that when you get in, close the door, you've got a real nice solid thump to it. So it's sounding a lot better. But obviously, you know, if you do have one of these, it's a big old door, isn't it? Big old expanse of metal that really could benefit from that stage 2 sound deadening to really firm everything up. But other than that, you know, it's all gone in, it's all tucked away, it's all neatly fitted and looks factory, as always with us, because we try to do everything as neatly and as tidily as possible. And it all works a treat and sounds loads better, as always. Just got that nicer, cleaner, crisper, tighter sound to it, and I think customers will be pretty happy. And then moving on from there, the only other thing we've done is fitted the ever popular Thinkware Q850 front and rear dash camera. So that's just gone in as normal, just to the left hand side of the rear view mirror there. So from the driver's seat, it's just tucked nicely out of view with the cables running up the side of that binnacle. And then the rear camera is fitted into the tailgate, which we'll go and have a little look at and we'll have a quick chat about, because that's another area that VW have changed how these things are built and just makes it a new interesting challenge, and it's just something to be aware of. But you know, it's all doable. We can get it all fitted in there. So yeah, let's go and have a look. So main difference with the tailgate of this is that VW have now decided that instead of having separate pieces of trim, so there used to be it used to be 2 pieces of trim. It used to be the main panel here you take off, and then this whole section here was like one big kind of boomerang-y sort of arrangement that you sort of just unclipped and pulled off. What they've now done is they've gone down a similar route to what Jaguar and Land Rover have done basically, and this is a fully moulded and fully bonded piece of framework, if you like, because as soon as you take this off, there's then kind of moulded framework all underneath, and it's all one thing. So it means you cannot remove this to then get inside. So that does mean that if you then want to run cables and have them come out midway or anything, you have to drill a hole in it and be very careful not to drill anything that's inside, so that you can then get access and things like that. So again, a bit more exploring and being very careful, working out what was going on inside here. Anything above this point here is then bonded and also enclosed, so you can't get into this area here, which makes it fun. So I worked out that I could drill my hole for the dash camera cable at this highest point here, poke a little grommet on it so it's nice and neat and tidy, and then bring the cable out. And luckily, even though it looks like this area here then seals tight against the rubber seal of the tailgate, there is just enough room for the rear cable to run around and it doesn't get pinched, doesn't get damaged or anything. There's not even any marks on the rubber, which is quite nice. So we're quite lucky on that aspect. that it's not too tight, and we are able to do it. Does mean you have to have a little sticky pad, otherwise you'd have a weird sort of floppy bit of cable, which isn't very neat, but you know, it's not the worst thing in the world, and it saves having to have any long cables hanging out or, you know, sticking stuff in weird other places. So it's, you know, it's just a bit of thinking outside the box, working out what you can, what you can't do, what's going on in there, and just being careful as always. So that's nice rear camera for the Thinkware Q850, small little barrel camera. It's nice and neat, nice and tidy. Works a treat. I think that works at 1080p or 2K. I can't remember all the specs because there's so many of them to look at, but there'll be a link to it so you can read up on it. Yeah, it's a real nice camera. It's not a huge, big, bulky thing that you have to try and tuck away or hide anywhere. You know, in terms of front camera, it all just sits in really nicely, sits behind that rear view mirror. So the fear of rambling on about things we don't need to talk about, I think that's about it really. That is a brand new 2025 plate T7 Multivan for speakers, sub, sound deadening, front and rear dash camera. If you've got one of these or you know someone who has and they want bits and pieces doing to them, then please get in touch, fill in the contact form, come and see us, have a chat, see what it is we can do, and then we can go from there. But in the meantime, make sure you keep subscribing, keep liking and following all the videos and things, and we'll see you again soon in the next one. Take care.